Hello, my name is Ronel Swart from Ronel Swart Art Studios. I would like to invite you today on a Gelatos journey with me. We're going to create something very easy that you can make at home with a few simple steps. We're going to create something very similar to this. I'm taking a blank piece of wood with a very fine surface. I'm going to tear old script into small pieces and glue this onto the wood, and I'm going to roll it down with a little roller to make sure that the surface is very smooth and flat. Here I'm using MODGE and an old brush. Put some PODGE on the wood, take your script, overlap, make sure you've got enough glue on. There you go. I prefer to use more older books that's easy obtainable with a very smooth surface. Newspaper are not really ideal to create a surface for gelatos. You can roll out any bubbles that you've got with a little roller that is available at the PNA. You can even use wood glue to glue down your paper. Old dictionaries are actually ideal to make sure the paper is of a very good quality that you're going to use for your gelatos. You must fill up this whole piece of wood with paper. Take your hairdryer and speed up the drying process by using a hairdryer. Once you've used the hairdryer, you will have a nice smooth surface, and now you can carry on transferring your pattern onto your wood. The wood surface is now dry. Now I'm going to use gesso as an undercoat for gelatos. When I work with gelatos, I always use gesso. It gives it a tooth and a nice surface to work on. You will see I'm not covering everything. I want some script to show through. You can either use the white gesso or the clear gesso, but I prefer to use the white gesso as I would like to see the beautiful, vibrant colors of gelatos. Once you've applied enough gesso and you're happy with the coverage, you can now dry the gesso with your hairdryer, like so, until you're happy that it's dry, and you can now transfer your pattern onto your gesso surface. The next step will be now to transfer your pattern onto your dry gesso surface, like this. Here's a piece of wood that I've already prepared for you. You take a piece of transfer carbon paper. This is a pattern that I've designed. Put it down. Take a pencil and transfer your pattern now onto your gesso surface. With this one pattern, I can make various dresses for my figures. There you go. You will see that's what the end product will look like before we start working on our background now. Once you've transferred your pattern, like I've already prepared one, it will look like that. I'm going to outline my figure with a black pen. Outline now with a black Sharpie pen, just to make sure you don't lose your pattern once you start coloring in with your gelato sticks. I've already prepared this figure for you. I want to show now how I'm going to use a PNA stencil like this for the background with some texture paste. Here's my stencil, here's the texture paste. I use a small flat palette knife. Put down your stencil and rub. This is just going to create a more interesting background. Look at that, isn't it beautiful? You can also mix gelatos into your texture paste then you don't have to paint it afterwards, but I've left mine clear because I've got something special in mind to do with my background. Now you can also dry this with your hairdryer to speed up the process. I've got one that I've already prepared so you can see what it looks like. There you go, your background is now all dry. There's your figure outlined with a black Sharpie pen. Now we can start using our gelatos from the back to the front. By the back to the front, I mean we're going to create a background light. I want this figure to walk into light. That's my whole idea here. And she's actually wearing a flower dress. With these patterns of mine, you can create your own dresses. You can use the base and then make your own. See? I want to keep my background very, very light. And I'm just touching the surface, but I'm now going to take a baby wipe and rub over this for you to get the idea how versatile gelatos really are. I think this is enough. We can add maybe a little bit of lighter pink here. Very light. Let me rub. You can even spray this with a spray bottle and let the water run down. This is also a possibility to work water in here. Gelatos can either be used dry or as a watercolor. So here I've used my gelatos a little bit more wet. Now I'm going to start on the figure. I'm going to make my background a little bit darker. See now? There you go. She's still walking into light, but now I'm just rubbing away some gelatos. I'm happy with this. Now let's start on the figure. You actually color in, use your fingers, rub blend the colors. You can blend the gelatos with either your fingers, a wet wipe, a brush. I want to start on the dress now. Remember, this is a flower. It's not a dress. So let's do the top part green. Use your fingers again. We can use more colors of green now. Different shades, brighter greens, softer greens. Gelato is actually an ideal product for the creator, the crafter, artist out there. Everybody will love this as much as I do. We'll get back now to the green. Now let's make a dress. I'm going to start at the bottom part, which is a bit more purple and blue. I'm outlining with purple, and underneath there where I want shadows, I'm also using more purple. I'm going to rub now with my fingers, and just now I'm going to use baby wipes to wipe away more color. There you go. Anybody can really master gelatos. It's so easy to use. And I like the finger part the best. Keep on rubbing with your fingers. I'm going to lift some color now with the baby wipes. I will show you places where I want some color lifted, not so dark. Just like that. We can go back. Add more looseness. There you go. Now let's get to the top part of the dress. Here we're going to do all blues and turquoises, and let's start. Once you've got a basic pattern, anything is possible. I just want to show you, I want to use a different blue. This is a metallic blue. I want first to create more shadows underneath the top. Then I'm going to rub the shadows down with my fingers. I'm working pretty dry with gelatos at the moment, but you can add water with a water brush like this, and you will get a little bit a different look. But I prefer today to work with my fingers, so you don't have to invest even in brushes. You can just use your fingers. I'm going to use some white on top of this, just to highlight some areas. See how quick and easy this is. Anybody can do this. Again, I want to outline here a bit more heavy. There you go, this is the right color I was looking for. A very bright blue. And I hope you're going to say, oh, now I can see it's a flower. Let's just work a bit on her top. I think we need a little bit of a different color green in there. You just let your creativity flow. It doesn't matter what you use, what color you decide on. This is your project and you do it. There you go. Just wipe your finger clean a bit because my fingers are really getting messy now. Now it's time to call in the hairdresser. Let's start with a dark brown base color. I prefer to work with from the dark to light. So I put dark brown underneath, then I'm going to start putting highlights in her hair. So dark brown underneath, just very light. Because remember, if you look into hair, the shadows are always dark. You can take a hair up, but I just want this bush fairy with the hair loose. Gelatos are actually paint in a stick, and you just see here. You can go in there with a brush, but I don't want to. I want to use my fingers. I just want to add some more highlights to the hair. There you go. Now let's put some flowers in her hair. Just little circles. Who says it's not flowers? Anything is possible. There you go. I'm going to decorate our artwork now with a bit of bling. Show me a woman who doesn't like a bit of bling. There you go. Here's some glue sticks, also from the PNA. Let's add some glue there on her dress. I'm going to use this to decorate her dress a bit. You don't want too much, just a little bit. There you go. You can add a bit more glue, because I'm also going to use it in her hair. There you go, just some there. This is a glitter glue, a glitter Bostik glue available from PNA. And it glues my fingers. I quite like our lady that we finished. Let me just see what I can do. I think we need a bit more shadow here. Let me just add a little bit more there. It's now the finishing touches. Let me just see. This was so quick and easy to do, and I want to add a little bit of yellow in her hair as well, just for that light reflection. I love her. I think she's beautiful. Here is our finished product. I hope you've enjoyed my creative journey, and until next time we meet again, be creative and enjoy your gelatos.